Welcome to my B Corp presentation on the Millennial Sustainable Brand Reformation. My name is Nicole Passarelli, and I'm going to be covering a little bit about the truth about fast fashion, what we are doing for the planet, how we can improve, and most importantly, what we're doing to become a B Corporation and what we need to strive for. According to Sarah Kent, Business of Fashion article, how bad is fashion for the planet? We still don't know for sure. Fashion certainly ranks among one of the dirtiest sectors and the second most polluting industry, according to the Global Fashion Agenda. Around half the industry haven't taken any action on sustainability at all. Companies are quick to embrace trendy initiatives like a ban on fur or intangible long term targets. These boost sales and make them look good, but no real immediate change is happening. Many companies are greenwashing. When a company tries to be environmentally conscious for marketing purposes, but isn't actually making any notable sustainability efforts. Every year, roughly 40 million tons of textile waste is sent to a landfill or incinerated, according to the Ellen MacArthur Foundation. The rise of fast fashion has seen customers buying more and wearing things for less time, inevitably sending that waste to landfills. The excessive need for more has been adopted as the norm. In the Business of Fashion article, The Waste Opportunity, How Could Fashion Turn Trash into Treasure, written by Sarah Kent, it is said almost all companies had broad goals to reduce waste and plastic use, but information on progress towards these goals was inconsistent, making it very difficult to measure. Part of the textile manufacturing process is one of the hugest issues in fashion companies today. Manufacturing processes often involve harsh chemicals and large volumes of water, especially for manufacturing cotton. Merchandise travels further across global supply chains. Unsold and unused clothes add to the growing piles of waste. There are so many environmental impacts of making a garment, even starting from as simple as harvesting the fibers that make up what we wear. The fuel that is being used when transporting the cotton, for example, water needed to grow the cotton, pesticides and chemicals during growing it, and those chemicals seep into local river waters. Now for our company, Reformation. We have a quarterly sustainability report. We are all about transparency, so we want our consumers to be able to track our efforts and seeing what difference we're making within the company. In our 2022 report, on March 25th, we offered paid time off for refs around the world to join over 14 million people in the global climate march organized by Fridays for Future. We also started a company called Climate Teas to help raise awareness and funds for climate action. 50% of the proceeds from every tea sold online will be donated to our friends at Canopy to support their work to protect forests, and 50% of these proceeds from every tea sold will be in retail stores and donated to a local environmental nonprofit of the store team's choice. As per our website, this month we launched a capsule collection of denim made from fabric scraps from recycled factory floors. We partnered with Strom, a fully vertically integrated manufacturer, and Bosa, a mill that is making progress towards zero waste. The fiber components of the jeans are traceable using Fiber Trace, which shows the entire life cycle from farm to mill to factory to us. They also meet the Ellen MacArthur Jeans redesign guidelines. We also joined Land to Market, the world's first outcomes based verified sourcing solution for regenerative agriculture. As stated on our website, they work with the Savory Institute's global network of hubs to find and support farming communities as they work to implement regenerative outcomes on their land. They also continuously monitor the land itself to ensure it's producing net positive outcomes for the environment and to verify that anything that came from the land is really regenerative. We joined the Fashion for Good, a global platform working to drive systemic change in the fashion industry through innovation and collaboration. Traceability, our goal is to reach 100% traceability down to farm level for all animal derived materials by 2025. Fibers, two of the three sustainability happens at the raw material stage. We take into consideration water input, energy input, land use, ecotoxicity, greenhouse gas emissions, human toxicity, availability, and price. We also look at garment care implications and microfiber shedding. Our goal is to have 100% of fabrics be recycled or regenerative or renewable materials by 2025. Currently, we are at 92%, and that 96% of our fabrics meet our A and B ratings for purity. Rough scale is how we take care of the planet, and it calculates our environmental footprint by adding the pounds of carbon dioxide emitted, gallons of water used, and pounds of waste generated. With every purchase you make, we will show you the breakdown and equations of what was saved based on our rough scale. We are also climate neutral certified company. Each year we measure our carbon emissions with the company climate neutral. Right here is a breakdown. We have 45% CO2 savings, 46% water savings, and 6% waste savings. And so far in 2022, this is the equivalent of removing 1,512 cars off the road, reusing 1.9 Olympic-sized pools of water, and 2.1 garbage trucks of waste. Our industry, the fashion industry, is responsible for 10% of global carbon emissions, and that will double by the year 2050. Our commitment is to reduce absolute scope 1 and 2 GHG emissions by 48% per value from by 2030 from a 2021 base year. We will also commit to annually sourcing 100% renewable electricity through 2030. Circularity, as defined by the Ellen MacArthur Foundation, a circular economy decouples economic activity from the consumption of finite resources. It is a resilient system that is good for business, people, and the environment. The circular economy is a systems solution framework that tackles global challenges like climate change, biodiversity, waste, and pollution. We at Reformation are working towards circularity by designing out waste and keeping materials in use as described in our previous presentation. We are setting a goal to have 100% of our fabrics be fiber to fiber recyclable by 2025. Currently, 13% of fabrics are fiber to fiber recyclable, so there is more work to be done here. Our rough cycle is a new recycling portion that we are working on right now. The US alone throws away over 16 million tons of textiles a year. Almost all of that will sit there indefinitely. Since 2015, we have been recycling and reusing. Rough cycle is our first fiber to fiber recycling where well-worn rough clothing is broken down into fibers that can be used to make new rough clothing. This will help us meet our commitment to become climate positive by 2025. We also aligned our sustainability framework with the United Nations Sustainability Development Goals as shown on the screen. B Corps. What are some of the benefits of becoming a B Corp? You may ask yourself why. One is being part of a global community of leaders. 2, attracting talent and engaging your employees. 3, increasing credibility and building trust through the way of transparency, since all B scores are reported online. Benchmarking and improving performance, as our company Reformation already does. It can help us further this. Next, protecting a company's mission for the long term and generating press and awareness. B corporations. To become a B Corp, a company must achieve a minimum score of 80 on the B Impact Assessment, and the certification B term for B Corp is 3 years. A B Corp shows the world that you meet the highest level of environmental and social performance, public transparency, and legal accountability. The B Impact Report is a free one-page report that shows how your company is doing. Most companies score between 40 and 60. With all the steps that our company Reformation has been taking to take care of their workers with fair trade, their community, the environment, and their customers, I believe they are a prime candidate for a B Corporation. From the B Corp Handbook, the B Impact Assessment covers 5 areas: the environment, workers, customers, community, and governance. How to start. Get a baseline of your company's overall social and environmental performance. Engage your team, identify coworkers interested in using your business as a force for good, Create a plan with short, medium, and long term goals to target the B impact score. Implement, dig in, and start completing items on your action plan. Fine tune and add and track improvements to add that to the B impact assessment for an updated score. And lastly, celebrate if your score was above 80. Reformation is well on their way to becoming a B corporation with their environmental and social responsibility they already exhibit. We need to get to know, as they said on their site, we need to get to know all of our partners so we can answer who made our clothes at every level of the supply chain to ensure positive environmental and social impacts of our stuff. We look forward to becoming B Corp certified.